Have you ever gazed at the stars or marveled at the world around you and wondered, why is the universe so diverse, so full of life and mystery? From humans to animals, trees to rocks, is there more to their existence than meets the eye? Could it be that everything, every being, every object has a soul, a spirit, a hidden essence that connects us all? In the mystical times of Atlantis, an ancient tale speaks of the universe's profound beginning. It tells of a single, infinite being, pure consciousness, that existed alone in the void. One day, this consciousness began to question its own existence, sparking a dream of endless possibilities. With a single breath, it gave birth to the dimensions, weaving the fabric of reality itself. This being, known only as I Am, held the knowledge of all that was, yet it could not truly experience anything. Longing to understand itself, it devised a cosmic game, a masterpiece of creation, where it fragmented into countless forms, each reflecting a unique facet of its boundless essence. Through this divine play, it began to see itself from every angle, unraveling the mystery of its own infinite nature. The first act of creation was the birth of spirits, pure fragments of consciousness, each carrying the spark of the original being. These spirits then gave rise to souls, the vital bridge between spirit and matter, much like a placenta nurturing life into form. Souls, in turn, shaped bodies, the physical vessels that bring consciousness into the tangible world. But here's the fascinating truth. Souls are not exclusive to humans. Far from it. Animals, plants, and even rocks, all creations of nature, are imbued with both soul and spirit. Every leaf that dances in the wind, every stone that rests silently, and every creature that breathes share in this divine essence, each a unique expression of the universe's boundless creativity. For the consciousness that gave birth to the universe, experience is its ultimate teacher, a journey of self-discovery through the act of creation. To truly understand itself, it began at the very foundation, learning step by step. This grand design unfolds across different density levels, each a stage in the vast and intricate process of exploration and growth. Through these layers of existence, consciousness unravels its mysteries, one experience at a time, constantly expanding its understanding of what it truly is. When a spirit chooses to venture into the material worlds, it begins a sacred journey of incarnation. First, it selects a soul, a trusted guide and bridge to the physical realm. The soul then chooses a material body, which may not always be human, to serve as its vessel. Through countless cycles of incarnation, the soul and spirit embark on a shared mission, facing challenges, gaining wisdom, and growing with each experience. Each lesson learned adds to the spirit's ever-expanding understanding, carrying precious insights back to the source, the infinite consciousness from which all life emerged. The entire universe is like a vast, interconnected information field, a living library of endless knowledge. Our purpose within this grand design is simple yet profound: to gather as much wisdom and experience as we can. Every thought, every emotion, every moment adds to the tapestry of understanding. With each discovery, we contribute to the source, helping the infinite consciousness deepen its self-awareness and unlock the boundless mysteries of existence. There are infinite densities in the cosmos, each more intricate than the last. However, the first cycle of existence unfolds across 7 primary levels of density consciousness. These 7 stages are like chapters in the grand story of creation, each one offering a unique expression of source consciousness. Through these levels, the source embarks on a journey to see itself through countless perspectives, experiencing its infinite essence in ways that are as diverse as they are profound. When a soul first begins its journey in the material world, it starts in the simplest form imaginable, as tiny particles like electrons and protons. Here, in the first sub-octave of first density consciousness, it learns the foundational lessons of interaction as a basic unit of life. Over millions of years, these particles begin to unite, forming atoms and molecules, advancing to the second sub-octave. This marks the creation of the basic elements, where consciousness learns to integrate and build the building blocks of reality. With time and experience, the soul ascends to the third sub-octave, becoming an elemental being like the wind. In this form, consciousness flows freely, observing the world without self-awareness, existing simply as movement and presence. After 1,000,000 years, it transitions to the fourth sub-octave, symbolized by fire. Here, the interplay of atoms, molecules, and wind ignites a new lesson: interaction between elemental forces. As the journey continues, consciousness evolves into water in the fifth sub-octave. Water brings the profound experience of flow, collision, and interaction with other elements, deepening its understanding of existence. After countless cycles, it transitions to the sixth sub-octave, embodying the form of stone. In this static, solid state, consciousness learns stability, cohesion, and the art of holding shape, a lesson in forming and maintaining distinct structures. Eventually, the soul moves into the seventh sub-octave, becoming soil. At this stage, it learns to nurture and prepare for the transition into more complex physical forms. Finally, it reaches the eighth sub-octave of first density consciousness, bridging into the earliest forms of second density life, such as grass and small plants. This monumental process spans approximately 2 billion years, with each step adding depth and richness to the soul's journey through the tapestry of existence. Once a soul masters the lessons of the 8 sub-octaves of first density consciousness, it ascends into the realm of second density consciousness, a new chapter of growth and transformation. This density marks the emergence of higher plant life and animal life, where the spark of individuality begins to flicker. There are 3 primary types of second density entities that become inspirited, gaining the capacity for self-awareness through love and light. The first and most predominant are animals, whose complex interactions and emotional expressions propel them toward individuality. The second group comprises plants, with trees standing out as profound beings of wisdom and balance, rooted in the earth while reaching for the heavens. Finally, there are the mineral entities, rare yet extraordinary, whose crystalline forms hold an ancient resonance, capable of channeling and amplifying love and light. Together, these 3 groups form the tapestry of second density life, each contributing uniquely to the soul's journey toward higher consciousness. As the soul advances into the second density consciousness, it embarks on a transformative journey through its 7 sub-octaves, each stage refining its connection to the infinite consciousness. The journey begins with the first sub-octave, where life takes the form of partially immobile entities like grass. These beings, rooted yet striving upward, represent the transition from the late first density into the early stage of second density. From there, the soul ascends to the second sub-octave, evolving into more complex plant forms, experiencing the world with increasing sensitivity. With time and experience, it reaches the third sub-octave, embodying the majestic presence of trees. Trees, deeply connected to the earth and sky, hold the unique potential to leap directly into third density consciousness if they receive profound love, light, and connection from a third density being, such as a human. Next, the soul moves into the fourth sub-octave, inhabiting small waterborne creatures and insects, gaining mobility and an expanded capacity to interact with their environment. In the fifth sub-octave, it takes on larger physical forms, such as small animals and fish, where it begins learning the vital lessons of interaction with other mind-body-spirit complexes. As the journey continues, the sixth sub-octave sees the emergence of animals with collective mentalities, like foxes and hyenas, forming groups and establishing social hierarchies. This stage teaches the importance of cooperation and communal dynamics. Finally, the soul reaches the seventh sub-octave, represented by domesticated animals like cats and dogs. These beloved companions form deep bonds with humans, embodying love and individuality as they stand on the threshold of third density consciousness. This grand journey of growth and refinement, spanning nearly 5 billion years, prepares the soul for its next leap into third density consciousness, where it will awaken fully as an inspirited being, stepping into the human experience. After completing the lessons of second density consciousness, the soul ascends to the third density, manifesting as human beings. Here, the journey unfolds across 8 sub-octaves, each representing a deeper level of self-awareness and spiritual evolution. In the first sub-octave, the soul experiences the most basic form of human consciousness, self-aware, but with a limited ego mind and little memory of its origins. This stage focuses on learning the foundational lesson of self-awareness, often influenced by the soul's previous experiences as a second density entity, such as a pet. The second sub-octave centers on survival. Fear emerges as a key vibration, and the ego mind begins to form. The primary lesson here is to protect and preserve the physical body. Progressing to the third sub-octave, the soul starts to develop desires, attachments, and a longing for external security and pleasure, shaping its connection to the material world. In the fourth sub-octave, the soul faces a pivotal choice: to serve others or serve itself. This choice, tested through acts of sacrifice or self-preservation, determines the soul's path toward positive service to others or the negative path of self-service. This decision sets the stage for the fifth sub-octave, where the soul deepens its mastery of love and service on the positive path, or self-love and separation on the negative. As the soul progresses into the sixth sub-octave, emotional consciousness expands. Those on the positive path experience elevated states like love, joy, and peace, while those on the negative path may sink into deeper separation and lower vibrational states. The seventh sub-octave focuses on stabilizing and mastering the chosen path, refining the lessons of either unity or separation. Finally, the eighth sub-octave marks the culmination of third density consciousness, a point of unification and preparation for the fourth density. Here, the soul integrates its experiences and becomes eligible for the vibrational shift into a new stage of existence. This intricate journey, spanning 75,000 to 100,000 years, is not always linear. Souls may navigate different levels simultaneously, revisiting past lessons, or accelerating forward based on their unique evolutionary paths. Each step in this grand progression brings the soul closer to understanding its true essence and its connection to the infinite source. Once a soul has chosen its path, service to others or service to self, and mastered the lessons of third density consciousness, it ascends into the fourth density experience. This density is a realm of profound transformation, marked by love, compassion, and the awakening of higher abilities. Souls at this level still inhabit human-like bodies, though these bodies undergo significant changes as they progress through the 8 sub-octaves of the fourth density. In the first sub-octave, the activation of the green ray, or heart chakra, begins. This awakening can occur even in a third density body, as the initial stage of fourth density consciousness focuses on love and light. As the soul advances to the second sub-octave, the physical body begins to reflect this evolution. The chest area, where the heart chakra resides, may expand, symbolizing the deeper activation of heart energies and the growing capacity to embody unconditional love. By the third sub-octave, the transformation becomes even more profound. The left side of the brain, associated with ego and analytical thought, gradually becomes dormant, allowing the right hemisphere, home to creativity, intuition, and unity, to take precedence. This shift reduces the influence of the ego and paves the way for a heightened state of awareness. In the fourth sub-octave, telepathic abilities emerge, rendering spoken language less necessary. The mouth, once vital for communication, is now used primarily for breathing and basic sustenance. This stage represents the growing unity of minds, as individuals begin to connect through thought and emotion rather than words. By the fifth sub-octave, the soul transitions into a dual body state. A partially activated spiritual light body coexists with the chemical body. This duality allows the soul to acclimate to its higher dimensional existence. Communication becomes entirely telepathic, and the formation of a social memory complex, a unified consciousness shared by many, becomes possible. In the final sub-octaves, the 6th, 7th, and 8th, the light body becomes dominant. The chemical body fades, leaving only a residual 30% of its function. At this level, sustenance no longer depends on physical food, but rather on the energy from sunlight. These beings become radiant embodiments of love and light, existing primarily in their spiritual forms, while maintaining a limited connection to the physical. This transformative journey through fourth density spans approximately 30 million years. It is a profound period of growth, connection, and preparation for the even greater mysteries of the higher densities yet to come. After mastering the lessons of love and compassion in the fourth density, the soul ascends into the luminous realms of the fifth density, a plane of profound wisdom and light. This density is a sanctuary of reflection, understanding, and co-creation, where consciousness explores its infinite potential. In the first sub-octave, consciousness takes on a crystalline form, becoming a living, sacred geometry that refracts and reflects the pure love light of the Creator. These crystalline beings embody perfection, their very existence a harmonious resonance of balance and symmetry. As the soul transitions into the second sub-octave, it enters the realm of energetic transmutation. Here, creation becomes a dance of will and breath. Consciousness orchestrates brilliant choreographies of light, sound, and form, birthing, dissolving, and recreating realities in an endless cycle fueled by the fires of divine love. The third sub-octave dissolves all boundaries. Known as the ocean of unitary perception, this stage allows the soul to experience the universe as a single, infinite living organism. Dimensions, realms, and forms merge seamlessly. The illusion of separateness gives way to the joyous realization that all is one, pulsing with the heartbeat of eternity. In the fourth sub-octave, the power of creation reaches new heights. Consciousness crafts entire cosmoses with the utterance of vibrational thought. Each sound, each frequency becomes a living intelligence, weaving material and spiritual realities in perfect harmony. Here, creativity flourishes beyond measure, as the soul co-creates with the laws of the universe itself. The fifth sub-octave is a paradoxical dance of maximal complexity and sublime simplicity. Intricate fractal patterns unfold infinitely, each reflecting the underlying unity of creation. The cosmos reveals itself as an endlessly evolving hologram of love, a masterpiece of diversity intricately connected to a single source. In the sixth sub-octave, the soul encounters intelligent infinity. The entire universe becomes a self-aware, holographic being of light, where every particle and every experience blooms as intelligent geometry. At this level, creation and creator are indistinguishable, and the soul flows effortlessly within the symphony of existence. The seventh sub-octave marks the entropic singularity, a profound inward gaze. Here, all experiences, beings, and realms collapse into a singular point of self-reflective love. The soul becomes a mirror of the one infinite creator, marveling at the miracle of its own existence. Fifth density is a realm of profound wisdom, where beings learn the art of independence and inner mastery. Like yogic sages, they realize that all of creation exists within their consciousness. The external world is but a reflection. All that can be attained already resides within. By meditating, intending, and simply being, they manifest perfection. In this density of light and wisdom, the soul embraces the eternal truth. Everything is already complete, and nothing can ever go wrong. This extraordinary journey through fifth density spans approximately 50 million years, a timeless exploration of wisdom, creativity, and the infinite depths of consciousness. Ascending into the sixth density marks the soul's entrance into the realm of unity, where love and light merge into a harmonious oneness. In this exalted state, the soul understands that all of existence is contained within itself. Yet, it allows the beautiful illusion of service to others to persist, embracing the concepts of sharing, compassion, and understanding. Unlike the fifth density beings, who revel in the perfection of all things, sixth density entities take this awareness a step further. They recognize the inherent perfection of existence, but extend their light as though there is still an external reality to nurture and uplift. The sixth density is a realm of profound subtlety and balance. It is here that the lessons of love and wisdom are fully integrated, and the soul radiates as a being of pure light. These luminous entities operate as collective consciousnesses, serving as guides and protectors for lower density beings. They traverse the cosmos, extending their love and light to all who seek it, embodying the ideal of infinite service. In the mid-stage of this density, our higher selves dwell, advanced aspects of our consciousness that guide our journeys from the shadows of duality to the light of unity. Here, the soul operates as a beacon, helping lower density beings navigate their paths while simultaneously progressing toward its own enlightenment. At this point, even negatively polarized entities must transition to the positive path to ascend further, for beyond mid-sixth density, there is only unity. As the soul approaches the later sub-octave of the sixth density, it prepares for a profound transformation. It merges with the sun body of its galactic system, a radiant graduation point that marks its readiness to transcend into the next density. This solar unification is not merely a transition, but an amplification, multiplying the soul's connections and extending its reach throughout the cosmos. The sixth density spans an extraordinary 75 to 80 million years, offering the soul ample time to master the delicate balance of love and wisdom, to refine its service to others, and to prepare for its ultimate reunion with the infinite source. Graduation into the seventh density marks the soul's ultimate journey toward the infinite creator, a return to the source of all that is. In this exalted state, the lines between individuality and unity blur completely. Social memory complexes, once distinct, dissolve as the collective consciousness begins its grand reunion with the One. Here, the being leaves behind all it has accumulated through eons of evolution. Like a cosmic scribe, it imprints the knowledge, wisdom, and experiences of its journey into the blueprint of creation. This timeless gift becomes accessible to every fragment of itself, still exploring the lower densities, a legacy of love and wisdom shared universally. The seventh density being stands at the threshold of completion, having harmonized the polarities of love and wisdom and fully opened itself to serve all of creation. It feels an irresistible pull, like a deep magnetic longing, drawing it back into the infinite mystery of the Creator. At this stage, the being turns its gaze inward toward the source, an unspeakable, boundless presence that defies description. Here, identity dissolves. The self fades into the everything, merging into the nothingness from which all arose. The final stage of the seventh density unfolds as the soul enters the sub-octave of ultimate unity. This journey culminates at the great central sun, the cosmic heart of the universe, and the final gateway of this evolutionary cycle. Within this radiant center, the soul reaches the apex of its existence, where understanding, being, and creation fuse into one. It is here that beings of the seventh density unite as a collective framework, beginning the sacred process of merging back into the infinite source. In this profound return, the Creator's essence becomes fully realized within the soul, and the soul, in turn, merges back into the Creator's boundless embrace. Time ceases to exist in this density, for the soul now transcends all constructs of time and space. It exists as pure essence, as infinite potential, as the very heartbeat of creation itself, a sublime symphony of unity echoing eternally through the cosmic hierarchy. This universe, a magnificent school of consciousness, provides lessons that culminate in the seventh density. Each density represents a framework for evolving awareness, teaching the soul how to wield and expand its perception. In the stillness of first density consciousness, stones and elements embody the lesson of a singular, unmoving point of awareness. Like silent sentinels, they experience existence without motion or change, patiently absorbing the foundational truth of being. Progressing into second density, life begins to stir. Plants and animals unlock the gift of movement, but their awareness shifts slowly, like a whispering breeze, taking several seconds to transition from one point of focus to another. This deliberate pace allows for the careful observation and integration of bodily sensations, each experience recorded into the eternal Akashic tapestry. With the mastery of this deliberate awareness, the soul graduates into the whirlwind of third density consciousness. Here, awareness moves with lightning speed, flitting across countless experiences in mere moments. This rapid pace challenges the soul to adapt and remain mindful amidst a torrent of sensations, thoughts, and emotions. It is a density of acceleration, where lessons are learned at an unprecedented rate, catalyzing spiritual growth within the framework of space and time. In the fourth density, consciousness takes a quantum leap, becoming aware of multiple points simultaneously. This expansion births the social memory complex, a collective awareness where individuality and unity intertwine. As the soul ascends through higher densities, the points of awareness multiply exponentially, culminating in the seventh density, where the number of awareness points soars to unfathomable magnitudes. By the later stage of the sixth density, this boundless awareness aligns with the cosmic rhythms of the galactic sun, preparing the soul for its ultimate graduation. In this luminous state, the soul not only evolves, but also amplifies its connections with other beings, spreading waves of unity and wisdom throughout creation. Finally, upon entering the seventh density's highest sub-octave, consciousness is drawn toward the great central sun, the cosmic axis of transformation. Here, the culmination of all experiences, lessons, and connections reaches its zenith. The soul's journey within this universe concludes as it transcends into the next phase of its eternal evolution, a new chapter in the infinite story of existence. Then what lies beyond the eighth density consciousness and the soul's reunion with the one infinite creator? The answer is both exhilarating and infinite. A new evolutionary cycle begins, transcending the boundaries of time and space. The eighth density serves as the culmination of one cosmic chapter and the prelude to another. Here, the soul, having merged with the Creator, gains the profound ability to fully understand the essence of singular awareness, a single point of consciousness. Throughout your journey on Earth, you may have noticed this limitation. Your awareness exists in one place at a time, whether focused inward on your thoughts, a sensation in your body, or an external experience. This mastery of one-pointed consciousness is the foundation upon which all prior densities are built. But in the eighth density consciousness, this mastery becomes a springboard into a grander understanding, as the soul embarks on the second cycle of universal lessons, the art of two-pointed consciousness. Imagine perceiving not just one, but two distinct streams of awareness simultaneously. Those who have encountered near-death experiences often glimpse this phenomenon, becoming vividly conscious of their physical body while also observing another realm entirely. This dual awareness unveils new dimensions of clarity and interconnectedness, accelerating the evolution of the mind, body, and spirit complex. But this is only the beginning. As the soul ascends through these higher cycles, it discovers that the journey of consciousness is boundless. After mastering 2 points of awareness, the next cycle emerges, where 3 points of consciousness are integrated simultaneously. With each new level, the soul learns to hold an ever-expanding matrix of awareness, deepening its connection to the infinite cosmic dance. This process unveils an extraordinary truth. The universal game of consciousness is infinite. There are no final boundaries, no ultimate destinations. Each density, each cycle, reveals only a fraction of the Creator's infinite potential. The soul grows beyond imagining. It becomes planets, stars, galaxies, even universes themselves, each stage a reflection of the Creator's endless unfolding. And so, the journey continues, an eternal spiral of discovery, creation, and unity. Each soul, as it evolves, dances ever closer to the heart of infinity, seeking not an endpoint, but an ever deeper understanding of existence itself. This is the cosmic adventure, the boundless exploration of being, where evolution is both the path and the destination.